How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Satisfactory. Hope you guys have been enjoying the series so far. If you guys have, you guys know what to do. Smash that like button if you haven't done so already. And with that, let's get into today's episode. So in the last episode, we primarily focused on setting up some of the foundations here for our highway system. And so today, my goal is to try to get most of it done. Now, we've already fully connected the area around the Dune Desert. So now we're focusing on trying to get rail out to the oil platform that we built. I think it was a couple episodes ago. Give or take. Can't remember how many episodes it was now. But anyway, so we've got most of this set up. We just have the section up here, and then we need to build the station and then the trains. Because these items are going to be sent from the oil rig or the oil platform all the way back to central area. And as you can see, it is still during the Christmas event, which was really fun, by the way. I definitely would recommend, if you guys didn't end up doing it, if you are into playing Satisfactory, I would recommend you do it now before they get rid of the event. But it's still really fun. Otherwise, you'll have to wait till next year. Or if you're watching this in the future and it doesn't happen to be the Christmas event. It's a nice little break, I suppose, from the normal factory making things. But as we all know, the factory must grow. There's never truly a stop for it. I'm also slowly getting better at placing these rails. As you can see, occasionally do have... Really? It's still too short? Okay, well, let's go to this point. As you can see, it does kind of take on a little bit of skill to it. There's definitely some pretty helpful guides out there that I've seen for both placing the rail and just making everything look pretty good. I have just really been freehanding a lot of it. So like these intersections here, we're gonna have a T interchange, or I guess in this case a Y interchange, so that the train can keep going that way, or it can route directly here. I am a little bit skeptical that we'll be able to fit under that rock, so we are gonna test it before we continue building that way. Because otherwise our other option is to either cut the trees there and kind of go lower, or go really low and go all the way down there on the water. Or try to go above. I actually don't think we're going to be able to have the rail go here the more I'm looking at this. So I think we're just going to have to do that anyway, because if we take a look at this, it has to fit on top of rail, on top of this platform. Yeah, it's not fitting there. Okay. Because I don't think... If we extend this to about here, and then this out, and then there, that might work. Alright, let's try that. Definitely a lot of this has been very experimental and kind of just trying things and seeing how it's going to work. So let's get rid of that. Cool. If you couldn't tell, I'm a wee bit tired, and we've now run out of what little bit of jetpack fuel we had, which is not great. We're down here now. That fuel was awesome. I am sad we don't have any more. We are going to beeline for it once we have the available technology, because otherwise we have to do this and make solid fuel, and solid biofuel sucks donkey butt cheeks. I don't recommend it. It's like they tease you with the good stuff. Yeah, 'cause look how terrible this fuel is. Trying to get back up there is going to be a challenge in and of its own. You definitely gotta feather it though, because then if you feather it, you can usually get higher places. But I will say, it is quite crazy how much more of the map you can explore just using the jetpack. Because you have little plateaus like this where you think you can get to it, but you really can't. So you have to look for these sections of the rock where it's a little bit easier for you to just manually jump onto. And then we can make it up there, but just as you've seen, it does cost quite a lot of fuel just to get back up here. Alright, so now we're back here. So the game plan then, is we're going to extend it more so this way, I think. Go 5 more this way. You've been playing for 2 hours. Yeah, so now my goal is to go that way. So if you haven't seen in the previous episodes, what you can do to get this to freeform in any direction you want, center the block, and then just kind of point it in the direction you want it to go. You gotta be careful though, because there is a height component to it, which is a little bit annoying. Yeah, it looks like it's flat. And then, just due to how this works, what I find myself doing is I'll usually line it up about there. Oh. There we go. Line it up about there, go 3 blocks in this direction. Did that not snap to this? No, it did not. What is this snap to then? I mean, it's the same height. Okay, well, that's fine, I guess. And then place 1 more. We're gonna delete this one. You're gonna see why here in a second. We need that. Okay. Foundations. Scroll all the way down. Add that to our hotbar because we are going to use it. Yeah, that's fine. We shall do that. We'll just delete this one. Same thing. Alright. And then what we're going to do is, because this section right here is the last bit before an effective Y junction, we're going to leave it here, but we're going to extend this guy all the way in. And then just to make our lives easier here, we're going to extend this guy all the way down and hope we placed it in the right direction. We did. Excellent. Yeah. And then this guy is going to come all the way up here, and then we'll do the other junction that takes us over there. Hey, it's the guy from Finding Nemo. I wonder if that's what he was inspired by. If anybody knows what the lore for that guy is, definitely let me know down below, as I am very interested to know. Is he really from Finding Nemo? The flying stingray in the sky over there? Alright, and then we are going to need this guy. Okay. And then I found that 3 is a pretty good number. And you'll see what I mean by that. For instance, so when I place these, I place them not 1 tick in, but half a tick, and you just do that by holding control when you nudge it. And that 3 that I was mentioning is there. So 3 whole of those rectangles that we saw on the edge of this. And then that's straight. Okay. From what I found, the segments doesn't really matter how long you make them, other than when you go to have it set up. So for this, there's a slight curve to it, so if we wanted to reduce this curve, we could shorten that side so that the curve kind of gets more absorbed into it. So instead of going all the way up here, we could have it go, I don't know, to just about there. So notice there's only 3 lights on it now. And it was able to absorb more of the curb. And you kind of saw that rail signal, or that thing. That just means that there's a junction, likely meaning that there's a second path the train could take on it. So with our track here, we're going to end up having this track go around that side. We're probably going to need to delete that guy, which is fine. And then oh, problem is I can't really stay out there for too long. Maybe we could build a little platform. Oh, there we go. Okay. Some of the building is a little bit finicky. I don't know if you can do the blueprints with the rails in them. I want to say you can't unless it's like a single segment, because you have to end up connecting them. And we can delete most of that. And we'll end up just connecting to where that is once we get further down with that. So the idea here, right, is we want to connect up the plastic and the rubber that we're producing at the oil factory. And then potentially also packaged fuel at some point, just because we're going to want it at the base, just so I don't have to go all the way over here to refuel when we run out. Because I don't actually know how much better that's going to be than the biofuel for our jetpack, but honestly, I'm sure it's going to be better than solid biofuel that we have. So I will be happy. As you can see, this stuff can get wildly misaligned. You're not working on the same sort of angle. So just those few bits, and it's already that wildly misaligned. It's kind of crazy. You can kind of fix it. We might go back and fix it with the free, with the other rail, but for now, I'm okay with it being misaligned like that. I know some people that might bother them. But look, factory is not going to be super duper perfect, and that's okay. If you want to see a super duper perfect factory, although I still can't say that it's super duper perfect, Factorio is probably a little bit more aesthetically friendly. And just that you don't have to worry as much about, oh no, XYZ isn't aligning perfectly. I mean, it still has its burdens, but it's definitely not near the level of, oh no, this isn't aligning properly, whatever will I do, sort of thing, you know? Okay. And then for now, we're going to build just a quarter. We can worry about setting up whatchamacallit a little bit later. And so this is a case where if you look here, that rail is kind of clipping in, and we don't really want it to do that. So what we're going to do is we have 2 options. We can either extend this rail further this way. And we just do that by doing something that looks like that. And then coming in, but notice it's still clipping, and I don't want it to clip like that, or at least not that bad. We bring it out here, and bam! Pretty decent. And then there'll likely be another curve here that goes that direction, and then, like a so, another one that goes that way as well. And then we'll have these 2 paths also go that way, so that a train can technically go just about anywhere. Because our idea is if a train needs to go here, it should have plenty of access to get here from wherever it was and go to wherever it's heading. Okay, well that's enough for the rail building for now. I can finish up more of this in between episodes. What I want to kind of get into is more or less coming up with this side of things. How is it going to connect to the rail system, as well as how are we going to do a depot? Ooh, purple slug. I have not seen one of these. Oh, Lord. We're going to hide and hope those 2 giant Oof. Don't see us. Oh, they saw us. Ooh, there's another one. Do you think we can get it with 8 fuel? I think we can. So this is a case of, this is a power slug that you really can't get without a jetpack. I mean, you can. Like, don't get me wrong. You can technically get anywhere without a jetpack in this game. You just have to build all the way up here. Or get up there and jump down here and hopefully not die? I wonder if that's how they thought of it, right? Is, could you get to somewhere without a jetpack? And then if you did, how would it function? How would it flow and stuff? I don't know. It'd definitely be a neat little thing to think about. And then at some point, this is likely going to turn and go into the base. We'll probably make this floor the Grand Depot, so to speak. And by that, I mean where we are going to put the train station here. So we'll probably have one on this side. It's like a freight platform. We'll probably put one here and then another one here. So there'll be 2 that can do input-output. If we can set it up so that we can program them such that, like, they can be used for any product, because I don't know what all the products we can make over here are, just I know that we can make rubber and plastic here. Otherwise, we'll have to expand this platform to the left, which we can do, and to the right, which, again, we can do. So the things we need for this is we need plastic, which we do have plastic. Right down here. Let's grab 2 of those. And then I think we need rubber for the train itself, so let's grab 200 of those. We're going to use the ladder to try to conserve fuel. That's what we're going to go do. If you haven't seen this video of us building this, slash kind of setting things up, definitely go back and watch those videos. It was a little bit interesting to do, but it's also just a unique concept. I want to try to do more little details like I did down there, where we have like some lights and stuff. And I do want to maybe make the piping look a little bit nicer over here, but for now, I guess it's fine. Alright, so I have not done trains, so I don't know what this all entails. So fluid, well, we're not going to have fluids. Creates empty space where necessary. With another platform, okay. Which can be used to navigate to. Okay. So now, I guess we'll find out once we do this, huh? That should be fine. Okay, so we have a rail platform that looks like this. And we have freight platform. Not really sure how big of a train we're gonna need. But I don't want to make it like super duper long. So I guess, I don't know, 1 2 1s? And then an empty platform. Interesting. So you can do empty platform catwalk. Which is a little disturbing to me that this is just floating like this. But I do like it more, so might as well, you know, have it floating if you're gonna float, right? Alright, so that's pretty cool. And then, okay. Stuff and things. So then I take it we can have electric locomotive, freight car, and then electric locomotive. So my idea here is it's the same concept that I have in my Factorio trains, is the stations are omnidirectional, so they're going to go in and out the same way they came in, right? I hope that's going to work in this. We're going to find out. If it's not going to work, let me know in the comment section below. But by the time I fully implement this, I will maybe, big maybe, have done it before anybody comments. But likely not. I will likely have not done it until, like, next week or so. But we'll find out. Oh, fun fact. I do start classes back up next week. So, yeah, not sure when we're going to have time for things. But we're going to figure that out. We're going to roll with that. My goal is to make time for this, because otherwise my sanity is not going to exist. But, so the rails are one directional. So, we're right-hand drive, so this side go that way, this side go this way, this side go back in, stuff like that. Anyway. And then that train's going to leave out that way. If they are not omnidirectional, or rather, if they can't be omnidirectional, then interesting. Oh, I guess that's fair. There is no power, huh? Let's see. Yeah, okay, and then it just spawns a crate. Interesting. Okay. So we can't... So there's... Oh, okay. So timetable station... Obviously, I think we're... What the hell? 370 megawatt? That's insane. Because I think right now, if I'm not mistaken... Yeah, we do need a scale power up, because right now our factory is kind of in an idle mode that max consumption drastically outpaces what we can actually produce. Like if everything was turned on and working, we would be screwed massively. So yeah, so we're gonna have to figure that out. Not sure all the different products we can actually make here. Let me take a look at one of these machines, because I think this is where we make most of it, huh? So we make rubber, plastic, petroleum coke. I don't know if there's actually a use for this anywhere. There is residual fuel, liquid biofuel. Huh, this is new. I'm curious, is there a reason one would make liquid biofuel? Because don't you have to manually get all of its predecessor ingredients? Or am I mistaken? I mean, I guess you can... No, because I'm pretty sure you... I don't know. I don't think it's good. Or you can automate it, rather. So it really can't be good. I'm sure mods would maybe allow you to automate it, like grow trees and auto-harvest them and don't have to touch them, kind of like in Factorio, but this is just meh. Okay, and then just so we can kind of get a sense of scale here. Oh, we don't really have enough to do another one, huh? Well, let's remove this guy, unless that doesn't even go to the wires we need. Okay. Well... Huh. So then this used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so we can have 2 stations up here with some space in the middle for routing of things and whatnot. So that's pretty good. I think that's fine. And then, like I said, if we can do two different types of train stations, I'm sure we can do something with splitters, from programmable things. I don't know how much logic there is to configure here. So like load, unload, stuff like that. We'll have to see if there's some logic that we can set up. Its failures are responsible for any delays caused by any reason, including but not limited to hog attacks. That's funny. Biomass on track. Oncoming trains. Collisions. Nuclear meltdowns? Or general situational derailment? Okay. Interesting. That makes me wonder, can trains derail in this? Now I'm scared. Anyway, I think that's what we're going to call it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you guys did, you guys know what to do. Smash that like button if you haven't done so already. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, tips, tricks, and anything else under the sun that you might find helpful, leave that down below. And other than that, I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one, and peace out.